Sometimes one job leads to another, and that leads to another, and before you know it, you've had a career. The 40-year run of a Blaine coach and his impact on others is the subject of tonight's home team, and Mike Max is here with his story.
Yeah, he's actually an accountant by trade during the day as well, but it's an interesting story we love bringing on Friday nights. In 1985, Bill Zenner asked to help keep stats for the Blaine baseball team. 40 years later, on a night made for baseball, they honored his commitment that continues. One where the kids have always come first.
Ready to go.
All right, good.
Bill Zenner seems always ready.
Bill, you want this ball? First pitch.
Sure, I'd love it.
A ball of energy at a ballpark on game night.
He was complaining about having to do all the work, so I'm glad you jumped in, took care of that.
High-tech operation here.
He assigns dugout duties.
Well, the kids know that who's got to do what during the game if they're not in the lineup.
And make sure everything is in order.
Here, what I'm looking for right now is this black bag, which contains the controller for the scoreboard.
He's been doing this for 40 years. 40 years of players.
Bill Zenner, 40 years, baby. Been coaching for 40 years. Yeah. Great guy.
In fact, one former player is now the head coach because in part of Bill.
He was one of my coaches 20 years ago when I played at Blaine High School, so I loved my time with Bill.
I just enjoy being around the kids and stuff, you know. I work with a couple other sports too, so it keeps me as young as possible anyway. It's more excited than you ever seen me.
He's excited because his Blaine team, ranked 4th in the state, will take on the #1 ranked Andover Huskies on a night made for baseball. But that's not the only reason fans have created a standing room only capacity. Tonight they come with t-shirts bearing his name because they're honoring Bill for the 4 decades of serving as an assistant coach and confidant and counselor to the school and athletes.
At this time, we'd like to ask Coach Zenner and his family to the field, along with Blaine varsity coach Ted Erickson, who would like to say a few words.
Favorite coaching memory is when Blaine baseball made it to state for the first time in 2016.
Surrounded by family and adored by friends, Bill is where he loves to be, at a ball field, with people he loves.
How are you? I love you, buddy. Good to see you.
He started for the legendary Arlo Brunsburg in 1985.
He was always around, and we hired him actually to do the stats, and then into the coaching area.
And on this night, several coaches he worked with are on hand with appreciation.
Of all the people I've ever seen as an assistant coach, and of course as an ultimate stat man, was Bill. You know, and nobody deserves a night like this more than him.
You know, he's more than just a scorekeeper. He's a coach. He's a mentor. He's touched the lives of so many players.
Ah, those players that showed up in droves to honor a man that made the right impact.
They introduced him as just a statistician, but he's way more than that. Like, he was kind of like the dad on the team.
He was just a big reason why, like, I love to continue to play baseball. He's just a kind human being.
Yeah. And with him every step of the way, his wife of 56 years, Jackie. Although their wedding almost did not happen.
He got his draft papers to go into the service, and it was on our wedding day.
They made it work. And tonight she knows this much about the honor because she knows this much about the man.
This is really a big deal that he wishes it would be someone else.
It just so happened on this perfect night for baseball, #4 ranked Blaine beat #1 ranked Andover 8-3 in a battle of powers. But it was the pregame ceremony athletes and fans will remember most.
There are a lot of people that appreciate what I've done and how long I've done it, and it's nice to have gratitude.
That's what happens when a coach commits to coaching for 40 years for the right reasons.
It just meant a lot to this team, this program, and a lot to this community too, just showing what happens when you really want something, what you can do.
Sounds like he coached your hearts as much as he coached your...
Absolutely. Yeah. I can say that for sure.
Bill and his wife will be 80 this fall. He has no plans of retiring anytime soon. The team is 15-2, hoping to make its first state tournament, as he mentioned, since 2016. So fun stuff at Blaine and Bill Zenner.
Love it. Thanks for that story, Mike.